Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're gonna try Artisan Black by John Varvatos. So again, I got a little travel atomizer, the Artisan lineup. There was the Artisan in the original that I already reviewed, the black and the Artisan Aqua. Nothing much to show with that box. It's a really old box. I doubt that you can still find any box like this anywhere. If you do, it might be a good deal. Anyway, let's try the smell. Now this fragrance, when I first tried it, I was really surprised. I thought it was a gem. I would say like the opening is just amazing, but the dry down was a bit disappointing. The paper, it's interesting, less nice than the smell on my skin. Picking up some leather, especially when I spray it, but it's not just leather, it's kind of woody, almost sandalwood leather. Not sandalwood, more like kind of creamy leather. Paper, I'm picking up a lot of blood orange, tangerine. You have a little bit of melon, like almost if there's like a drop of it inside of the fragrance. It says watermelon on the note breakdown, but for me it's more like honeydew. You have a little bit of ginger. And that's about it. On my skin, what I was picking up in the top note, there was a lot of cardamom and also a lot of blood orange, but there was more cardamom. And there was a little bit of tangerine, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of neroli, a little bit of orange blossom, a little bit of ginger. And I wouldn't say that there was leather, but there was some kind of, I wouldn't call it leathery note. And there's an amber note also. I wouldn't call it really amber also. And amber note. There was something that was kind of there, almost labdanum. Probably it was in accord with a lot of labdanum and a lot of other stuff that will make it be kind of glittery or ambery, but I was not able to really pinpoint any specific note. I see that there's also a note that's called Kephalis. I don't know what is this, and it might be especially that thing that I don't know what it is that I was smelling. As it dries down, I was still picking up a little bit of blood orange, a little bit of tangerine, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of orange blossom, and a little bit of neroli, and then I was picking up some more like a little bit of leather, but it was really distinct as leather, a little bit also of woody notes, and a little bit of musk. And toward the base, I was picking up a little bit of blood orange that was still there, a little bit of leather, a little bit of vetiver, a little bit of woody note, a little bit of amber, a little bit of musk. I was picking up something really far in the background that I would think it's patchouli, but it was really like give some dark, like some depth to the fragrance, make it a bit more dark. So I would assume that's what it was, but I'm not 100% sure. Fragrance is really a citrusy, leathery fragrance. Really bold, really masculine. Somehow it reminds me of another fragrance, but I can't really pinpoint it. Try to think a lot about it. Maybe a little bit Lalique pour homme, not quite, but like somehow, for some reason, it reminds me of fragrance of that kind of family. Projection was really bad. It was more or less a skin scent, maybe like a feet away. People would have been able to smell it from me, but really it's not the usual bubble that most fragrances do. Longevity was average, 3 to 6 hours. And for the complete note breakdown, top notes are blood orange, tangerine, lemon, watermelon. Heart notes are ginger, orange flower, neroli, jasmine, cardamom, and coriander. And the base notes are leather, vetiver, woody notes, amber, Kephalis, patchouli, orris, and white musk. And where would see this fragrance? I would think it's a good business fragrance. It's really bold, really dark, really masculine. Somehow it's something you could dress up with, but you can definitely easily dress it down. will be a great business fragrance. As a dating fragrance, I don't think it will be really good. It's not the style at all. No, also it doesn't smell any way like mass appealing. It's really bold, really serious. In the winter summer spectrum, projection is really horrible, so I wouldn't see it in winter at all. It will be good in summer, and even in summer you'd probably have to press a little bit hard on the spray. And as an everyday fragrance, I don't think it will be really good. The type of fragrance is not there. The type of the longevity is not there. Projection will be good for the projection, but it's, you know, if you get a spray like this, you could probably make it work, but it's really bold. It's there more to show a dark personality than being pleasing for people, though it does smell good, so I wouldn't see it there. Personally, I would see it really well as a summer evening scent, something that you wear when it's really hot, but it's getting dark. This type of scent, this is where I would see it the most. I think the fragrance is really good, really original, really interesting, but it's still not something that I think really worth like finding and like seeking around. I think it's being discontinued. I'm not quite sure. I've never seen it in stores, so that's why I assume it is. If it's not, then you can smell it and make your own judgment, but I don't think it's something that really worth seeking, though it was interesting. The only people I think will win from getting it is those that are absolute fan of Varvatos and that they need it. If you're a big fan of that brand, especially if you're a big fan of the Artisan line, probably a fragrance you will enjoy. At that point, might be worth it getting it, but for other reason, I don't think it's that crazy. I think there's stuff that could replace it. I think it's not like super good fragrance, but it's not bad either. It is good, but not worth taking times to pick it up. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you tried this fragrance, tell me what you think about it. Also, if you're a big fan of the Artisan line, tell me which one is your favorite. Maybe it's one of these three. Maybe it's one of the other ones. So, thanks for watching and see you soon.